Hey guys, this is actually my first hangout vlog, and it is actually a video response to Ladylockslife on her fantastic and amazing story on social anxiety. I do suffer from social anxiety. I have for I'm almost 30, and I was prescribed Klonopin 9 years ago. So, I completely understand that, going to school and freaking out, the tunnel vision and just everything, it's a very scary thing, and it's very real. You hit so many good points in that video, that it wasn't very inspiring. And now that, I'm calm now because, I've taken my Klonopin. I have to take it 3 times a day or I'm a complete and utter freak. It's terrible. I think my first panic attack, I don't remember a whole bunch of it. But I do remember, you just can't breathe. You feel like you're dying. Your chest tightens really bad. It feels like you're being suffocated, like there's hands around your throat. You can't breathe. You want to cry. You can't speak. You can't do anything. And then you get the tunnel vision where everything just starts to go black. And I think that's the scariest feeling ever. It's like you're not in control of your body. And I didn't know what was going on, and then I actually went to my doctor and I told her, I was freaking out over nothing. I'm scared to go out in public. I wasn't able to go to the grocery store alone. I would beg people to come with me. I would cry, literally, beg people to come with me, anywhere, like Walmart. No thank you. I will stay away from Walmart. I don't care what I have in my system. Klonopin, it doesn't help. It of course it helps me, or obviously I wouldn't be making videos, and it's an invisible disease, and a lot of people suffer from it. I just think it's very, everybody has anxiety, but especially, agoraphobia, being scared of open spaces, also the fear of people, being around a lot of people. So I think when I was younger, to deal with the anxiety, because I would walk into like the grocery store with my mom, and it was like, oh my god, okay, just don't look at me. I just want to cover my face. Don't look at me. Nobody look at me. But that's now, like you said, Annie, that's natural. Somebody walks into a restaurant or a grocery store, you're gonna look, and then when you go about your business. But I was very cruel. If anybody looked at me, I was just like, it was like an instant coping mechanism. Was my instinct to actually like be mean. It made me want to be mean to people. So if someone looked at me the wrong way, I got snappy with them. I got shitty with them. So I went to my doctor, and I was 16 or 17, and I got put on an antidepressant. Didn't work. Took trial and error for so many years to actually find what worked. I was on Xanax, which was awful to get off of. The most terrible drug, benzodiazepines, that category of drugs. I don't know, benzos are what they call them. So I got completely off the Xanax, and then I went to Klonopin. My doctor said, well, why don't you try this 3 times a day, 1 milligram? And I was like, okay, I'll try that. Perfect. I still have my episodes. where it's like I don't want to leave the house half the time. And it's scary, because if I miss like one day of taking my Klonopin, it's like my body goes numb. It's like full on panic attack, like all day long. It feels like a benzo withdrawal feels like you're possessed. It's not fun. But ever since I got, on the right medicine, I'm also on Prestique, which is for ADHD and depression and anxiety and panic attacks. And the combination, finally now, like years later, I feel like I have come a long way. It is not something that I've taken lightly ever. But it just kind of makes me feel bad now, though, that I look back and I see, oh, well, I was mean to those people. It was sad and scary. I mean, in the whole going to school thing, it was like, oh my God, I would make myself sick so I didn't have to go to school. I would literally always make myself sick. And then eventually I was like, no. I can't do this anymore. So I did homeschooling for like the last 2 years of high school. And that was just so much better. It was a relief. I didn't have to get up every day, and I didn't have to see all these people and like these massive amounts of people around me, and I felt like, oh my God, just get off me. I want my personal space. I want my bubble. And it's not fun, having to, explain to your friends, oh, well, I can't go somewhere with you, or I don't want to go to this party, or, because I have this invisible disease. I don't think yours has gotten that far, because I don't think you take any prescription medications for it, and I'm glad. That makes my heart smile big time. I mean, if people can control it with herbs and natural remedies, that is the best thing that you can do. But I don't think I'll ever be off of Klonopin for the rest of my life. I will be on that. Or I can't get out of bed. I can't eat. It's terrible. I have seen so many just terrifying YouTube videos on people going through benzo withdrawals. And it's like the panic attacks are intensified by like 1,000, and it's terrible. But I really wanted to let you know, that you're not alone. It took me like 2-3 days now to actually do this video, because it made me nervous. Like you said, even the meet and greets, that would be so amazing. So amazing. But then again, it's in the back of your head, and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to see people that I don't know. What am I going to do? And my anxiety, yes, is rising now. I'm just, I'm glad that that you can actually take yourself out of the situations, and transmute that situation, the negativity in that situation, to a positive situation. And I really liked how your brother, actually, I think it was your brother or somebody, your friend, or your husband, I'm not sure, that kind of like blocked everybody from your face. If I had people to do that for me, that would just be a blessing. I can't imagine. And especially in that whole, like, the role-playing game, that, the character, that would just completely freak me out. I would be so scared. I would have to take like 20 Klonopin. No, I could never do that. But it's a scary thing. It's very real. It's very scary. I don't know. I really, you're brave for putting that up, that video. And I had to video respond to it because you totally inspired me. I just, people, I don't wish it on anybody, but I kind of have this little tiny, like, microscopic feeling inside me that says I think everybody should have to experience what we do at least once in their lifetime, but I don't want that for anybody at all. It's a horrible feeling. It's scary. It really is. Even making videos sometimes, it's like, okay, am I gonna do it? Should I do it? I don't know. I'm too scared. I'm too nervous. So usually, that's, all my videos I do during the day, not at night. My anxiety goes down at night. The daylight, I can go out. I just have a very close circle of friends that completely understand why, they've seen me in my darkest hour, or you know what I mean. But it's not fun. And since you can overcome it with natural remedies like a kava tea. Those are totally different though than benzos. So if you don't have to take them, don't, because then you'll never get off of them. I like to quote how Stevie Nicks said she went to rehab. Cocaine was worse than Klonopin coming off of it for her. I've never done that, so I'm not a big, I don't do drugs, except for what I'm prescribed. But if you do get a chance, I can probably just link it to you, or I'll just, send it to you, tag you in it on Facebook or Twitter. She goes into saying how it took her like 8 years to actually get the Klonopin out of her system. And she'll never be the same again. And she had, she was anxious all the time, and it was from all the coke that she did, and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why. I have social anxiety and agoraphobia. It's very scary. It's very, very scary, and I really think a lot of highly sensitive people, psychics, mediums, people that are sensitive to the spiritual world, have a physical reaction, and I kind of contributed to that. But then again, I don't want to contribute, my anxiety to that. I can discern between, stress and anxiety of, working and doing sessions and readings for people, between my own social anxiety. So it's, and the breathing techniques that they give you from the doctor, no, tried them, it doesn't work. But I do find, ever since I went vegetarian 14 years ago, that the anxiety isn't as bad as it was when I actually consumed more meat. I have a natural regimen of, I will eat chicken, fish, dairy. I have to. I went vegan, got completely sick. Not good. So there's certain things that I have to put in my diet to actually get the protein and the necessities that my body needs. I can't get them from vitamins or anything. But, a combination of the Klonopin and my prestige and meditation and calming music, and very understanding parents. It works. It works out perfectly. It sucks. It does. One of my best friends, I'm not going to name names, but she also has fear of people, and agoraphobia. And I've seen, it's scary what she went through and what I went through, and when I lived with her, and when we both went through it together. Bad. It was bad. But I just, I do wish I could get off the Klonopin. I really do. It ain't gonna happen. It's set in my mind now that's, obviously, that's something in my brain, a chemical in there. It's not producing. It's not calming myself down. I don't know. I'm not too fond of the pharmaceutical industry whatsoever. But I do think, Klonopin, which Klonopin is actually jellyfish venom, which I don't know how I feel about that, because I love jellyfish and my animals, and that's kind of sad. So I'm going to push that aside for right now. And actually, I might write a letter to the people that make Klonopin. So you inspired me. But yeah. I don't know. I haven't had to deal. I've ran out before. Sometimes I forget, I take it morning, noon, at night. Noon, since it's already in my system from the morning, at noon, it's kind of like, did I take it or did I not? I did have a very bad habit of overtaking it during the day, and then I would run out, and I've lost jobs over it, honestly. If I run out, I'm in bed, I can't eat, I can't sleep. It's just terrible. It is the worst feeling. So take your anxiety or panic attack and double that, triple, by like 1,000, and that's how it feels. It's terrible. But I don't know where it stems from. I have no clue at all. And it's just really scary. And especially going out and just, by yourself. It's like, nah, I'm gonna stay inside today. I'm a homebody anyway, but it affects your entire life when you have it at this level. Very hard to work. If you miss a day of your medication, you're completely screwed. If you run out, you're completely screwed. You're in bed. I was in bed for, I think, 2 weeks. Because I ran out of one of my medications. Not my fault. This was an honest mistake with the company that I get my medications from. And it was just, it sucked. So I kind of lost a job out of that, from that. But I think it's getting better. I would love to control it naturally. But I don't know. I don't know how it works. I'm not a brain neurosurgeon or, I don't specialize in that, so I don't know. But I just have to tell you how you're not alone at all. And yeah, I'm just drawing a blank now. Completely not alone. Your video, it was so inspiring. I had so much more to say. And now it's like, you get choked up and you can't say anything and you can't talk. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Yeah. Who else goes through this crap? I mean, me and Annie are not the only people that go through this junk. I mean, what do you guys do? Do you guys meditate? Do you guys have to take prescription medications? Do you do yoga, exercise, go for a walk? Like, how do you deal with your social anxiety? What do you guys do? Because I sure as hell don't know what to do anymore. Besides just stick to my regular, medical regimens and just deal with it. And it sucks. But I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up because, panicky, anxiety. It's terrible. But Annie, I love you dearly. You are so amazing. And for putting that video out there, that took guts. So I totally get it. Totally. But yeah. And then things in the air, like helicopters, I hate that. You don't know what they're doing. Like they're gonna come down and get you and like take you up and abduct you or something. No. It scares the hell out of me. Seriously. But, alright, this is getting long, 21 minutes, wow. Yeah, that's my story. What's your guys' story? I love you all very much. Pray that none of you have to go through this. And I don't know. If you ever want to talk, Annie, you can email me too. And I don't know, you're a sweetheart and love your videos and everything. So, but alright guys, I'm over this. I don't want to think about anxiety anymore because it just gets worse. So, I love you all very much. Annie, I love you. And stay strong. And yes, try kava tea. Guarantee you, it should help you some. But alright guys, love you all very much, and I will see you around.